Survivors of the latest asylum seeker boat tragedy are arriving on Christmas Island. So far, 109 men and a 13-year-old boy have been rescued, but 90 people are still missing. 3 bodies have been recovered and surveillance planes have spotted many more bodies in the water. The boat capsized in Indonesia's search and rescue zone as it made its way towards Australia. The ABC's Jane Norman reports from Christmas Island.
3 asylum seekers were evacuated on board an RFDS plane bound for Perth, injured but lucky to be alive. They were rescued along with 100 others in waters north of Christmas Island. The full impact started being felt on the island last night. Survivors were flown in and treated in hospital. The Australian government says all those on board were male. One survivor was a 13-year-old boy.
We found about 40 people that were on top of the upturned hull, and other people that were holding on to debris as much as 3 nautical miles away from the scene.
4 merchant vessels, 2 Navy ships and 5 aircraft are involved in the search in the Indian Ocean, but they've only found bodies. Time is running out.
This morning's search has not recovered any survivors, unfortunately. We have had up to 6 vessels involved and 5 aircraft today, and we have confirmed sightings of deceased bodies, but none of survivors.
Early reports said the ship was en route from Sri Lanka, but the Home Affairs Minister said there appears to be mostly Afghans on board. The ship they were on issued a distress call and capsized 120 nautical miles north of Christmas Island yesterday afternoon.
Obviously, as is the case whenever there is death at sea, there'll be a full investigation to make sure that everything that should have been done was done.
And that's about as political as it got today.
This is a very distressing and tragic incident. We don't know the full details yet, but clearly we have lost a number of lives in a very dangerous journey from Indonesia to Australia.
This is a terrible, terrible tragedy. Our deepest sympathies have to be with everyone involved and caught up in this tragedy, and our support and encouragement for all the rescue personnel who are doing their best to minimise loss of life.
While it looks calm behind me, the rescue's happening about 100 nautical miles away where conditions are deteriorating. Authorities plan to continue the search until at least Saturday afternoon, but as time goes on, hopes of finding more survivors are fading. Jane Norman, ABC News, Christmas Island.
And Australian officials have now confirmed that there is another missing boat. The Maritime Authority has told the ABC that Indonesian authorities were sent a warning about a different boat on Sunday morning. Officials say they don't know what's happened to this second boat, and there'll be more on that story in Lateline tonight.